What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent week. Thoughts and prayers to everybody out there in New York and Long Island, man, with that flooding and the storms. The weather's been ridiculous, and you see the images on the news. It's terrible. And for those of you that wondering, I think I have a black eye, so if I don't get in bar fights, I saw the comments on my last video. I actually train fighters and work at an MMA school, and we spar on Thursday nights. So every once in a while, you don't move your head and get cracked, so that's what that's from. Jets, Chiefs, Sunday Night Football, and it's been such a weird week where it started out the week where everybody's offering me tickets. You want to go to game, free ticket, free tailgate, all this stuff. The last 3 days, getting all kinds of text messages from parents saying, "Hey, man, my daughter wants to go to game." Do they realize that Taylor Swift's not on the field? Like, I mean, I get the whole hype and all this stuff, but like, they realize you may get a glimpse in her booth, and that's it in the suite. But that's about it. Like, it's wild the ticket demand right now and the prices. So for those Jet fans that are selling tickets, it's good news. And the stadium environment is going to be really interesting too, man. You wonder, Jet fans are kind of like annoyed by how the season's playing out, and rightfully so. A lot of probably selling tickets because they paid a premium when Aaron Rodgers was there. Like the thought of Rodgers versus Mahomes, they paid a premium. They're probably trying to recover some of their costs. So could be a lot of Chiefs fans, could be a lot of Swifts fans. I know Fireman Ed's trying to rally this crowd and get everybody hyped up for a night game. It'll be fascinating to see who shows up and how loud they are. I think initially the stadium will have an advantage, but if the team starts out slow, that home field advantage goes right away. So in terms of the matchup here, this is a really hard one to do because I think right now, if we're being honest, we pretty much all expect the Jets to lose, and probably by, I think the spread's 9.5 right now, and probably by more than that. And the first question is, what Jets team shows up? Like, are they going to come out aggressive, fast, physical, play with some emotion, and say we want to go toe to toe with the Chiefs because we need to right our ship? And defensively, it starts there, where this defensive line has got to get after it. Mahomes barely gets touched. I mean, the Chiefs have they have 3 good running backs. You have Kelsey. And it's not really about the receivers. It's about Patrick Mahomes' accuracy and giving him time. You give him a small window, he makes the throw, he spreads it around. So do the Jets defense? The Jets defensive line obviously has to stop the run. You try to collapse the pocket, maybe get Mahomes rattled a little bit if even possible. And then it's like, do you put Sauce Gardner on Kelsey? Do the Jets change their philosophy on defense? Because you just can't give up that soft zone like you've been doing. If you're going to do like they did the last couple of weeks, if Mac Jones is getting easy passes, you can't do the same with Mahomes. So defensively, the Jets have got to get after it. And they got to, the problem you have is you don't want to see them on the field for 40 minutes because it's just not going to end well for them. So, Quinton Williams needs to have a big game. You want to see a lot. Carl Lawson's got to return to his former self at some point. Bryce Huff, Jermaine Johnson, see them all get after it. Tony Adams being out kind of sucks at safety because you want to have guys that have range that can fly around. Amos filled in admirably. Ashton Davis tries, but he's not really that good. So it'll be curious to see how Andy Reid attacks this defense. And then on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, what do we expect here? Like, everybody's trying to rally around Zach, but it's like it's so weird how fans are getting criticized for how they're treating the Zach and the offense or anything like that. Like, it's not like this just started happening. It happened last year. It happened his rookie year. It's like this has been a prolonged process of bad football. And you don't want to see an offense where you have 40 passing yards at halftime. So everybody's frustrated, but at some point you want to see Zach step up, stand up for himself. Like, come out with anger, come out with passion. Like, run around, throw the ball, come in, like, just rip it. Like, just sit back and throw. Like, if he throws 3 interceptions being aggressive, I'm spitting everywhere. I'd rather see that than see him sit back, hesitant, skittish, uncertain of himself, because that's a recipe for getting benched at halftime. The Jets cannot afford to go run, third and long punt, keep giving the ball back to the Chiefs. You're going to get blown out. You can't play that conservative game plan against the Chiefs. You just can't. They're one of the best teams in the NFL, defending champion. If you're going to play here scared to lose, you're going to get just scorched. So you like to see the offensive line, the revamped offensive line, week 2, them all playing together. You have Beckton on the left. You have Virtuk on the right tackle. You have Tittman playing. So that's probably their strongest line as of now. Second week playing together, maybe they can be more stout. Give the ball to Breece Hall as much as he can handle. Run the ball, passes out of the backfield. I mean, Dalvin Cook looks like he's a step slow right now, whether that's because of opportunities, he doesn't get in rhythm, but get Breece Hall the ball, feed him. And then get McCall Hardman involved, get Gibson involved. We say it every week. The one thing that my biggest point always was with Zach Wilson is every time he came out of the offense, came out of the game, The next quarterback that came in, whether it was Flacco, Josh Johnson, Mike White, the ball was spread out everywhere. Guys are open everywhere. So it's either Zach's doing one read or they bring in the playbook so much. But Hackett has got to say, listen, this is our offense, kid. You've got to run it. You've got to make the throws. If you can't make the throws, we got to take you out of the game because we cannot compete with you right now. That's what has to happen. So you want to take advantage of the speed the Jets have. Take some shots down the field. Use play action pass. Use play action pass out of shotgun. Change it up. Roll him out. Like, you got to use his skill sets. He's a great athlete. If you're not going to use all his skill sets and try to maximize his potential, he shouldn't be in the game. Now, I think as of a couple of days ago, Simeon's not going to be active for this game. So the backup is Boyle. If you got to play Boyle, play Boyle. At the end of the day, the game's about winning. Like, this isn't about developing Zach Wilson or it's about winning a football game, especially on primetime television. Like, don't embarrass yourselves. Like, give it your best effort here on offense. So obviously you want to try to get Garrett Wilson involved, but I mean, just there's opportunities here. Like, the Jets aren't this bad team. They were a quarterback, like, going into the season, they're saying this was a team that was supposed to contend for a Super Bowl, contend for the AFC East. Only thing that's changed is the quarterback. So the drop-off can't be that much from Aaron Rodgers to your next guy. I mean, obviously he's a Hall of Famer, all-time great, but to not have an offense run at all, to not even have a passing game is ridiculous. And that has to change this week. The Jets have said all the right things. Salah's been downplaying everything. They're making all kinds of excuses. Enough of the excuses. I'm tired of excuses. I'm tired of hearing we're playing a great team, we're playing a great team. You're supposed to be a great team. You're supposed to be a good team. Stop justifying losses. Stop justifying excuses. Stand up for yourselves and shock the world. Like, impress all of us. Walk away when we walk away like, you know what? The Jets showed us something tonight. They played really good football. They maybe lost to a better team, but they didn't lose 45-10. Special teams, again, like, you have a lot of opportunities in special teams. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'd be stupid to say I think the Jets are going to win this game. I think we're all hoping that, because once you go to 1-3, then it's like that Denver game's a must win. Like, you're in week 5 talking like must wins, and you're trying to figure all these things out, and then you have this quarterback controversies brewing all over the place. So I don't know. I don't have really a prediction for you, man. I can't honestly say within my heart this Jets going to come out with a big time performance, because I don't believe it. I think the defense is going to hold their own, but if the offense is just sputtering and not doing anything, once the Chiefs' offense gets rolling, it's going to be a problem. And I think you'll probably see some quit where they're like, you know what, this sucks. My only hope is that, initially I was going to say maybe the Chiefs, if this is like a 1 o'clock game, maybe the Chiefs kind of look past the Jets like, they suck, kind of do that. But on the primetime stage with all this Taylor Swift hoopla and Aaron Rodgers maybe in the building, the energy's going to be there, so you're going to have their full attention. So, I mean, I'm hoping it's a close game, man. At least be a close game in the fourth quarter. And I hope Zach shows us something, because I made a video previously. If Zach plays a terrible game here, I don't care about the opponent. Next week, Trevor Siemian starts. And I would still be working out Carson Wentz. If you want to trade for Tannehill, I don't care. I don't want to tank the season. And that's the one thing everybody keeps talking about. Like, well, it's a lost season. No, it's not. You have a win now team. You're a quarterback away. You're asking for competent quarterback play. If you have that, you can compete with anybody. You really can. You can at least be and win 9-10 games and see what happens if you have a really good defense. So I'm not tanking the game. I'm not giving up. But they seem like the Jets are. So this could be Zach's last game as a Jet, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. Give me your score predictions, and I'll talk to you later.